Hi, Taurus. Thank you for joining me. My name is Audrey, Alison, and this is your June 2015 forecast for the month. I'm so grateful and thankful to be here. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing and liking and sharing these podcasts. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. That would mean so much to me. What a glorious month. And I don't say glorious often. This month is spectacular astrological energy. And we're going to start the month on the 2nd of June with our full moon at 11 degrees Sagittarius. And Taurus, for you, this is your 8th house of intimacy, 8th house of secrets, the 8th house of shared resources and property. But the full moon is bringing this awareness here, like it does every time it culminates. There's an illumination in this sector. Something needs to be seen. Something that's hidden needs to be seen, or you're wrapping up. You're putting an end to a property deal. You are closing, maybe you're ending your intimate relationship. Maybe you're abstaining from some sex because the 8th house of sex is there. I don't know why the hell you do that if you were in a relationship. Okay, this could apply in a lot of different ways because this is all definitions. And please watch your ascendant sign as well, because it's so important to really piece things together. It's actually a little more important than your sun sign. Okay, so full moon, culmination, awareness in the 8th house of wills, inheritances, property, resources, other people's money. Maybe you had a loan that you took out and this is coming to an end. You paid it off. Or you wanted a loan and someone's not really copacetic with that. They're not really giving you that loan right now. But that's okay. Mercury's retrograde, but there's better news. There's better news happening, okay? On the 5th of June, Venus, your ruling planet, is going to enter Leo. And this is rare because she's staying there for 4.5 months until October 8th. And when she gets in there, she retrogrades on July 25th through September 6th. Which is what delays her a little bit. But this is everything in your 4th house of home and the mother and the environment and your foundation and your roots. Because Venus is love and beauty and prosperity. And she's going to link up with Jupiter, who's already in Leo. And he's abundance and luck and expansion. This could mean between June 5th and October 8th, you are purchasing a home, you're expanding the home, you're adding on to the environment, you're beautifying the environment. Everything's about sensuality and touch with Venus, who rules Taurus and Libra. And financial aspects. Venus is money as well. Money to supply to the home, money to surround you with sensual fabrics and beautiful colors palettes and things that soothe you naturally. But the two of them together, Venus and Jupiter, this is magnificent energy. It's magic. Maybe the relationship with your mother that is estranged. This is going to apply to some viewers. The estranged relationship with the mother is healed, is smoothed over through that time period. Okay, on the 11th of June, Mercury goes direct. Yes! Okay, at 4 degrees Gemini. He's still going to kick it in Gemini, though, until the 8th of July. Okay, so this is your 2nd house of resources that you had this retrograde in. There might have been a delay with the money, or someone's check didn't get to you in time. You had to cash it. It bounced. You had to get paid some other way. Money was held up. Now he's direct. Now smooth sailing with the money. Communications coming in about the budget, fiscal responsibilities, your earnings, self-worth, your own self-appreciation. All right, check this out, Taurus. The Mercury retrograde could have applied to you not in the literal material sense, but how are you viewing the self? How's your security? How's your insecurities? Are you easily thrown off because people have more than you? Are you judging what you have versus what others have? I'm getting this. I'm definitely channeling right now as the sun settles. What's your self-worth like? Don't compare yourself to others. Run your race with blinders on. On the 14th of June, Saturn is retrograding back into Scorpio. And he's going to get to the 28-degree mark of Scorpio. So this is why it's so important to watch your ascendant forecast, because it's going to match up more with your natal degree alignment with this transit, especially. Well, with all transits, but this one in particular, because Saturn, the planet of lessons learned and restriction and control, retrograding 2 degrees into Scorpio, is revisiting where he had been for 2.5 years prior to last December. He had moved out of Scorpio and went into Sagittarius. But he's going back in there going, hey, in your 7th house of relationship, your solar 7th house of commitment, of partnership, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your marriage, your soulmate. Saturn's going, hey, listen, remember when we learned what not to do up until last December? There's a test here when he's poking his rings, his rings back into Scorpio, because that's basically what it is needing to be readdressed one more time so he'll never have to see your face again for 30 years in that sector. Because, well, 27 to 30 years, he won't be back in there ever. So there's just a little revisit there. So that's why I want you to look at your astrological chart, get your natal charts out, put me on pause. I'll wait. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so look at the 9 o'clock mark. If you're looking at your chart like it's a clock, the hand that's the number 9 is the line that determines your ascendant in astrology. And then each section, all 12 of them that go all the way around to that line again, are your houses. Okay? So your sun sign is Taurus, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you hold 28 degrees of Scorpio in your 7th house. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're looking at your chart, yes, on the solar wheel, it absolutely does, because your solar forecast applies to you, but your personal natal chart will tell you exactly what is up. So you might want to book a reading with me, because we can get down to that. Look at 28 degrees of Scorpio. Your lesson is right there, Taurus. It's right there. It could be in the 7th house. It is on the solar wheel. What's going on with your relationship that you need to learn from yet again? And there's a test here. I want to say that it's what you're willing to accept in a relationship and what you're not willing to accept. It has to do with your self-worth too, Taurus, because I feel like you really need some over-the-top confidence. What people would call arrogance would be probably normal confidence for the Taurus, because I feel like you are you're not confident enough, or maybe you haven't been, especially with that retrograde, in the 2nd house of self-worth, which is why I say that. I'm not judging all Tauruses. I love you. But that retrograde hit you. So I want to say, what now that Mercury's direct in the 2nd, what aren't you putting up with now in the 7th? Now, if you're not in a relationship, this could apply to business partnerships and the 7th house of the others, the people you relate to in your life significantly on a daily basis. Not your children, not your parents, business partnerships, that kind of energy. We have our new moon now on the 16th of June at 25 degrees Gemini. Loving this, because that's the 2nd house for you again, solar 2nd house, replenishing energy from what Mercury just took back. The new moon in your financial sector, what do you want to accomplish? This is the only new moon you'll get in your 2nd house this year. Write it out. Write down your intentions. Get witchy. Get real on that thing. Make a list of your goals in the 2nd house of resources and budget and earnings and finance. On the 21st of June is my birthday, and it's the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year, the day that holds the most light. And in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, happy winter. Different vibe, but happy winter. The sun enters Cancer on the 21st into your 3rd house of communications. But in every forecast, I'm having everyone circle this date because there's an exact fire trine occurring that day between Jupiter in Leo at 20 degrees and Uranus in Aries at 20 degrees. Exact. It's a magical day. It's the Summer solstice, and there's a freaking fire trine. And this is in between the 4th house of home, foundation, mother, that energy that Venus is sitting in, conjunct Jupiter, and the 12th house of spirituality, quiet, rest, guidance, psychic ability, inner reflection, talent, innate talent you were born with, not something you've learned eventually. This is like a spiritual gift that you were born with, but it's the house of rest. And this trine, you are going to feel so relaxed on the 21st, man. It's like you're taking 10 Xanax. Well, you're not really. Don't do that. Gosh. Please. But it's going to feel you're so relaxed. You know, you're so, I want to say experienced. You've accumulated some experiences that you can rely on, Taurus. Man, do I want to get to your cards. And one more aspect here, or transit here, after the summer solstice is the 24th. Mars is going to enter Cancer. He's going to leave Gemini. He's going to enter Cancer in your 3rd house of communications. All things communications, contacts, local travel, neighborhoods, siblings, news from the siblings, action from the siblings. Mars is stamina and drive and ambition and will in the 3rd house of getting your contacts together, writing your resumes, interviewing, speech, all things, website, computer, publishing your site. Okay, cards. I'm using the Robert M. Place Alchemical deck, my trusted, steadfast deck. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyallison.com. Just select your order, and I will get right back to you. Taurus, June 2015. Okay, 2 of coins, the 2nd house of finance, where most of your energy is lit up. Mercury's going direct there, and the new moon is there. Okay. With the retrograde in the 2nd house, could have been frustrating energy, trying to make ends meet, but the retrograde was working against you. That will dissipate. They're acknowledging that. The 2nd house, 2 of coins, 2nd. Bear with me. I'll do the summation later. Ooh! The star card. You're being noticed. You're being recognized. There's redemption in this card. It does mean the time of sign of Aquarius as well, and the time frame of Aquarius, which would be January 19 through February 20. Depends on the year. But the star is recognition. Oh, and you see all that beautiful. Oh, I love these cards. He really gets into the science, the alchemical science of it. Here's Saturn. Look at that. Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Venus. All the planet symbolism is in this card. And I have the chills actually right now. This is the only reading that I've received chills in. Okay, we'll see what that means. 2 of Swords. Okay. Speaking of 2s, you had the 2 of Coins. It's a little bit combative energy, but it's also just a restrictive energy, fighting against itself right now. The 8 of Wands, cutting off, making a sacrifice, or the sacrifices that you've already made to achieve this. Taurus, it's like you, like above any sign, I feel like you have had to crawl to earn every single coin and accomplishment. And you know what? You even had to bite the head off a few people to get that, and maybe cut a few people out of your life here to get it. But I don't mind that. Sometimes sacrifice is necessary to reach the pinnacle of where you need to be. Look at that. I mean, the star is all eyes on you. And the star is the 10th house too. Recognition, promotion, high status. So this is beautiful. Let this combative energy go. You don't have to force things to work anymore. The retrograde's going to be better after the 11th. Don't force a square into a circle. Go with the energy and not against it. Thanks, Taurus. Have a beautiful month, and I will see you soon, and have a beautiful June.